Shows Howard Hessman as Charlie Moore jumping out of the back of a pickup truck, and then later falling off that pickup truck and hitting his head on the pavement. Shows Hessman in pain with his head enter an office. Sitting at the desk office is William Schilling as Dr. Samuel, the principal. Schilling. Greetings, Mr. Moore. Welcome to Alec Baldwin High School. We're happy to have you teach at our individualized honor program. Are you okay? Hessman. Kind of. I bumped my head after falling out of the pickup truck that I drove on the back of on my way to work. Schilling. Oh, very good. Okay, you can just put on a video or whatever anyway. These kids don't need a lot of motivation. Let me introduce you. Shows a classroom with several kids sitting. Schilling and Hessman enter. Schilling. Okay, students, it's my pleasure to introduce you to your new teacher, Mr. Moore. Hessman faintly waves and then whispers to Schilling. Do you have any bandages or anything? I'm really starting to bleed. Paul Walker gets up out of his desk, walks towards the door and says, this alleged teacher has been here all of 5 seconds, and he's already asking for handouts? Someone explain to this guy trickle-down economics, please. Okay, I'm going to the library to make sure nobody of the same sex making emotional connections to each other that could lead to marriage. Walker walks out. Morg Saul gets out of his desk and says, good morning, Mr. Moore. Don't mind Alan, he's a conservative douchebag. Hessman, do you have any paper towel, anything? Saul, I'm Arvid. My grade point average is 4.0, and my nickname is Badges because I win so many awards. Hessman, did you say bandages? I really could use some bandages. Hessman turns towards Greg Geraldo and says, you look Indian. There's plenty of Indian doctors, right? Can you take a look at this wound? Geraldo, my name is Gerardo. I'm new from India. I was very worried about being accepted by my new friends in New York. Hessman, kid, what are you talking about? Can you give me any help whatsoever with this gash on my head? I'm feeling a bit lightheaded. Geraldo, but no worry. Everyone has already told me I'm just one of the geeks. Radner walks in and says, hi, I'm Janice Lazartro. Sorry I'm late. Hessman, are you a doctor by any chance? Radner, I'm only 10. I don't expect my MD for another 2 years. Hessman, can anyone in here help me, please? I fell off a pickup truck and I'm bleeding profusely. Schilling points to Jane Belushi and says, this is Dennis. Chemistry, physics. He can solve any problem you can think of. Hessman, sir, I have a flesh wound on my head that is bleeding profusely. Can he help me with this? Schilling points to Chesley Christ and says, this is Darlene, speech and debate monster. Put her in a room with Mike Tyson, she'll break both his legs. Christ, you should have heard his other joke. Hessman, please, I need help. Schilling, help with what happened on any particular date? How about August 30th, 1980? Norm Macdonald, Ozzy Osbourne eat his first rat on stage. Hessman, good God, please, help. Hessman passes out cold on the floor. Schilling, well, looks like we're going to need a new head of the class. Get it? Head of the class. Okay. Live from Tom's phone, we're not alive. It's Saturday Night Live, starring an ever-evolving cast that is unionized and refuses to allow their names to be mentioned until their demands are met. Musical guest, Bob Marley, and your host, Marlon Brando. Ladies and gentlemen, Marlon Brando. Applause, applause, applause. Brando. Thank you. I've indulged Mr. Murphy by being here, even though he is far from an expert on my life and filmography. Basically, he's seen Godfather and Apocalypse Now. No A Streetcar Named Desire. No On the Waterfront. No The Wild One. No Julius Caesar. No Viva Zapata. I won 2 Academy Awards and had 8 nominations. But now I'm known only as the Godfather. Sometimes Sorry to say, I don't know about this whole production. John Cazale comes out. Marlon, you can't come to Saturday Night Live and talk about a man like Tom Murphy like that. Brando. John, you're like a son to me, and I love you. But don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again. Ever. Cazale, I'm the older brother. I was stepped over. Brando. That's the way I wanted it. Cazale, it ain't the way I wanted it. I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says like dumb. I'm smart and I want respect. Philip Seymour Hoffman comes out as Michael Corleone. Brando. There you are, Michael. Can you take your brother out fishing or something? I'm in the middle of something here. Hoffman escorts Cazale off stage. Brando. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. Mr. Murphy asked me to host after he watched a video on YouTube where I was on Johnny Carson's show not long after Dr. King was shot. It was a very scary and turbulent time for America, and I like to think I helped in a small way by urging white people to finally do something about the mistreatment of black people. Richard Pryor, Paul Mooney, Red Fox, Michael Clark Duncan, Denitra Vance, Bernie Mac, Patrice O'Neill all come out and stand in front of Brando, as well as Chadwick Boseman and Michael K. Williams, okay? Applause, applause, applause. Brando then steps back in front of the group and says, anyway, I was asked to bring that up because unlike today's standards, we were pretty open about putting our money where our mouth was, in front of the cameras. On Carson's show, I pledged to donate 10% of my salary to the cause of civil rights. Milton Berle walks out to applause. Berle, 10%. I'm putting 25% of my money down for the cause. Brando. Mr. Berle, what are you trying to prove? Berle, that I'm the bigger man. Brando. These comedians. 10% of my salary is still more than a quarter of his. Anyway, we have a great show tonight. Bob Marley is here with us. And we hope you will help him sing his songs of freedom. Because all he ever has is redemption songs. We'll be right back.